Okay, here it is. Here are all the parts that make up the 1/100 scale master grade Zeta Gundam version Kotoki. Now all fully painted and detailed. Not decaled, detailed. Decaling will be later. Just wanted to check each part, make sure they look okay. The pre-shading came out alright. I feel like maybe it needed a little bit more, but then you're free to lose out, on the work, on the pre-shading work that we put in. So, there's that unusual balance that you have to find to do this. Yeah, that came out okay. Area of the leg came out okay. The waist part needed a little bit more, but I think that's fine. There are some very, very unusual parts that I feel like it needed more, but some areas were going to be covered up by the layer of armor that's over it. For the yellow came out okay. I do like how it turned out. Originally it was going to be, white and then yellow, but then I said, you know what, no. It needed that orange blend. This one came out a little bit too yellow. Don't know why, but it's fine. The red is the one that I'm very impressed with. That came out okay. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a little nugget there. Maybe I can sand it off with a 1,000 grit or 2,000 grit sandpaper. Here's the black, which you can barely see the work. When I do a top coat, hopefully I'll smooth it out, but I have a 2,000 grit sandpaper that I'm going to pass it along to smooth it out a bit before I top coat it. The one thing that I could not do properly was the blue. When I was repainting the blue, so I painted the blue, the dark blue version, then I had the medium type blue, which I was going to paint it over, and that didn't come out right for two reasons. One, I think my airbrush was a little too high in the PSIs. Even though I lowered it down, it was still too high. And two, the amount of paint that I was putting into the reservoir, it didn't have enough thinner in it. Well, maybe I think it had too much thinner, because if it had too much thinner, it goes very fast and then it's all wet. If it has very little thinner, it'll come out a little, spotty. And I didn't balance it out right. So that was my goof on my part. But everything else looks okay. Yeah, the feet came out okay. The some of the winglets here, it's maybe a little too darker, but that's fine. That's okay. My choice of the inner frame parts may have been maybe a little too not what I wanted. It could have been a darker tone, but putting in a dark gray and then a black grayish tone for everything else didn't look right, because for this color tone and the inner frame being almost nearly the same, you can barely spot the difference. So maybe it was a godsend to do this silver tone or metallic silver tone. In reality, I don't have any more gunmetal paint. I have one from AK which I could have used, but I'm avoid using it because it has a certain reaction to paint with the masking tape if you put over it. And it has a weird feel to it, so I'm not fond of that. I'm gonna look. I may look for like gunmetal, either by Moto, because I know the one that I had was really good, and that is done. Or go for Gaia gunmetal. See if I can get one of those two. Anybody has recommendations of a good gunmetal paint? I mean, there's metallic gray, but then gunmetal has a different shade and tone, and I miss that color. And speaking of which, when I painted this gun, the metallic, I used the metallic gray on this. But now, looking at this, when I put it together, it may not be the wisest choice. So I'm going to be repainting this again, just to get that out of the way. There were certain parts that I was missing, which I found, well, no, correction, not missing. I accidentally painted blue. Like this part was painted blue, and then when I looked at it, I go, oh, wait a minute, this is the black part, as well as the support pegs on the back of the wings. I did paint the eyes for this, the eyes for the head, especially the sensors, and I painted it on the frame, the sensor plate that goes on the beam rifle. Just didn't take it out of the tray yet. Yeah, I'm generally impressed with the Zeta. I mean, I haven't finished putting it together, of course. We're looking at it right here. Right now, I'm just looking at this beautiful little picture frame. I'll be posting it on Instagram and Twitter, X, for you guys to see. But once I have that up, I'm going to begin the assembly of this kit. I didn't do it during the, in the beginning, because that would be a waste of time. I said, no, let's assemble it all painted, all ready to go. So let us begin. All right. Now I'm going to begin the assembly of the inner, the kit of the Master Grade Zeta Gundam version Kotoki. Now, I had to begin assembling the one thing that I should do it on camera, but I was afraid that I make a mistake because of how small they are. We have two V-fins here. One is the fixed V-fin, which is this one right here, while this one is the movable V-fin, which is meant for the transformation phase. I don't know how well I can take it out and put it back on again, but we'll play with it for now. Furthermore, I also removed this from the inner frame of the body because in the assembly you had to actually assemble it around the connection to this. But for now, we're going to take this part here and slide that right through here, like so. So as you can see, the eyes are nice and good. And then we put this here, like so. Then we slide this one here. Then we take this part, and that seals it up in the back. Actually, I don't know if this is a head that I can actually remove. Let me see if it allows me to do that. Oh, it does allow me to do that. So, you know what? We're not going to put this back to the body. But at least this can come out okay. I was a bit afraid, afraid of this. Now, these two little metallic parts, and just so you know, there were a lot of metallics that I did not paint because they didn't need to be. But I need to slide, I believe, slide this one in here. What's the deal? I gotta see the manual again because the positioning of these parts is a little weird. So that goes like that, and that slides in like so. Do the same thing here. Good, very good. Obviously the instructions say to put, you know, stickers. These stickers here, which we will not do because it is now painted. As well as these parts here. That goes like that here. So, and then this slides in the back like that. Good. Very good. Now we're gonna take this off a bit. This already has that little brow there. And you get an extra one for a spare. I don't know why, but fair enough. Let me see. You know what? This doesn't feel like it went in all the way. Let's make sure that pushed in all the way. Here we go. Now let's try it. Okay, that's good. Come on. Okay. Okay, what's going on here? There we go. No. Okay. I see what's going on, and I don't want to force it. I need a tool. I may have to push this in a little bit. No? I think it's this one right here. It's not going all the way in. Come on, get in there. There we go. Okay, now she went in. By the way, this part, these were two separate parts. This part was separate, and I put them on and painted them. I'm surprised they haven't popped out yet. So that's actually good there. And then we take this. We put that there. Actually, I'm gonna put this one on. See if this works. No, it does not, because I guess you have to put this one in. Oh, it broke. Wow. Well, it's in. Oh my god. How the hell did that break? Alright. Get in there. Both pieces fall off. Oh my god, that was crazy. Maybe because it was being held up by the. Maybe because I was holding it with the what do you call it? All right, try to get it in. There we go. I think what happened was because I had it being held up with the toothpick, it may have applied a lot of stress to it. I mean, that's not a big deal. We're going to be putting this one on. Just trying to get that in there. Which does not want to go in. Am I doing something wrong? Alright, it went in. And I am very afraid to remove it. But it's done. Here we go. The head of the Zeta Gundam version Katoki is now complete. I'll hold on to this to the side till now. Let's now move on to the next part of the build. Alright, next assembly is going to be the arms of the Master Raid Zeta Gundam version Katoki. Now, there's a lot of preparations here, but I'm going to have to take this arm apart and pop out a few things to make sure everything comes out nice and smooth. Come on. Because there are certain things that have to go in there. By the way, I detailed the tubes back here. I don't know if you could see that. But I don't think it's going to be shown through the armor and all that stuff. First up, this part here slides in the back like that. And this part here connects to that. That's easy. That's the easy part. Now, remember this is where you bend, and I need this to go here, but not in that position. No, it has to be the opposite side. Goes there like that. Bend this part here, and then close it up. Make sure it's all the way in. Well, that was easy. This is where the tricky part comes in. This part goes here. Okay, no problem. It's this part. Once you put this in here, it has to go nice and flush into this. So it looks like that. If it doesn't look like it doesn't go in, take it out, push it back in again. But you need to get that in there. Then this goes here. And I kind of like this because this is like a locking mechanism for the arm. Once it's there, I want to get this part here. That's the cover for the grenade launcher. May have to push the grenade launcher a little bit in. And by the way, I did not paint the grenade launchers. No. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. Make sure you find the alignment and then close it in. You may have to finagle this part here, but there we go. See, like that part's not going in, but I gotta push it in. Because if it's not, it doesn't look good. You may have to take it out and push it in a bit. There we go. There we go. Now we'll went in. See? Now it's flush. Good. Then we take this part, put that here. Good. Then the detail red trim parts. One goes here. The way in. And the other one goes here. There we go. Nice. Very nice. This part is done. We might as well get the hand done. I didn't put the hands on the table when I was displaying it, so. But this will go here. We're going to put the open hands first. I forgot to paint this. Oh my god. That's alright. I'm not going to be using the open, so it's going to probably be the closed ones. Oh, that's done. Okay. Alright, so we'll put that there. Now, this is where it gets really crazy. You may want to remove... Come on. That. And and these two side parts. Again, try not to do a lot of stress here because once it's in there forever. At least I didn't paint that in there. Now there's this little detail part that goes right here with this. Good. Keep that to the side. Now, this is the inside of the part for the shoulder armor, and then you have these little ones that can be a little tricky. Put it on like that. Good. And then find the correct one. Put it in like that. These little parts are meant to hold these into place. I could have easily painted them together, but then I would have popped it out. But that's fine. Either or would work. Yeah, carefully put these on, hopefully, and don't lose them, because if you lose them, there goes your kit. There it goes there. Don't know if that's actually part of the... Yeah, that's fine. And then we put this one here. Good. Then this part, this one goes like that here, followed by the cover. Goes there. And now this goes like that, I believe. No, wait. I want to make sure I do this right. It's this way, sorry. Sorry, I was right the first time. Just felt like it didn't go through all the way. But there you go. Push it in all the way. Then connect that there, like so. Connect this one here. And then this one here. And then this arm goes there. Snap into place, there you go. And then the hand. There we go. There you go. The arms of the Master Grade Zeta are now complete. Very tight here, of course, but that's good. At least I know that the gun is not going to fall off. There we go. Okay, that part is done. Let's move on to the next part of the build.